So after your book has been completed and edited, you must prepare it for print. This is called formatting. Today, we'll show you how to format and export your book for perfect binding. So the first thing we're going to do is set our page size and our margins. So your book may look something like this. Whether you indent your paragraphs or not is a personal decision. What we're going to do, first of all, is click on the Layout tab, and then on the Margins, then go to the bottom and click Custom Margins. And on the bottom here, we're going to click Page Setup. So we're going to use the example of a 6x9 perfect bound book. So we'll go to Manage Custom Sizes for the page setup. We will add here, and we'll call it 6x9 book. And here we'll change this to 6 inches wide by 9 inches high. So that sets our page size. And our margins, so the space between our text and the edges of the page, we're going to set all around to 1/2 inch in this example. And because our book is perfect bound, we need to tell Microsoft Word to put more space in the center of the book where the pages go into the spine. So we're going to give that, it's called a gutter, of 1/4 inch. And under here where it says multiple pages, we're going to put mirror margins. So then we'll see how that changes our book. So we can see the larger margins here. And as we go across like that, we can see this one is wider than the one here. So this is showing every second page here. And so when our book is printed and bound, the page sizes will look equal. The next thing we'll do is we'll justify our paragraphs so that they look even on both sides of the page. The easiest way to do this is to select our whole book by pushing the Command A and then choose the symbol here that's in Home. These are the symbols for the paragraph alignment. The one on the right here with the evenly spaced lines is Justify. So when we click that, all of our paragraphs will be justified. Now we're going to insert the page numbers into our book, but we don't want to insert them right away on the title page. A book's page number 1 must begin on chapter 1. So what we'll do is we'll divide these into sections. So we'll place our cursor at the end of this introductory page here, and we'll go into Layout and Breaks, and then we'll do Section Breaks, Next Page. So we can see that this shows up as a section break here, Next Page. And we can check whether those are there or not by pushing this Reverse P button here, which shows all the symbols. So we know that there's a section break there now. So now what we want to do is to number our pages. So we'll double click in the bottom here of the footer and make sure it's at the bottom of the first page here of the first chapter. So we'll make sure our cursor is right there. Under this header footer tab here, we want to make sure and click off this link to previous. And then on page number here, we'll click page number, and we're in the bottom of the page, and we can do the alignment to the outside of each page or in the center. And while we're here, we'll click Format, and we'll start at page number 1. Make sure that says 1, and we click OK. OK again, and we'll see our page numbers are starting here at number 1 at the chapter 1. And then number 2. And they're on the opposite sides of the page because the way the book is going to lay out. So we have our pages numbered. So we have the 2 title pages, and chapter 1 starts on page 1. Once you've completed everything, you're going to want to scroll through your book and make sure everything looks all right. And then you're going to want to export it. So a very important thing that you're going to want to do is to go into the preferences, first of all, in Word, and on the option to save, where it says font embedding, you're going to want to make sure and embed fonts in the file. This will make sure that when it's sent for printing, that it will maintain the exact same look that you see in your book. So that's something that we'll always want to do first. So that's checked. And then now to export, we're going to go to File. In this particular version of Word, Save As. Other word processors might say Export as PDF, and then options will appear there too. So we're going to do Save As here in this version of Word. Choose our location, and then where it says File Format, we're going to select PDF, and we're going to choose Best for printing. So then we'll export that. So now once you've made your PDF, you want to verify that everything is correct. So on Apple, you can open the PDF in what's called Preview. If you're using Windows, you can download the Adobe Viewer. And then in the View option, you're going to want to make it show 2 pages, and then you'll be able to see how it's going to be laid out in the book. So the first page always shows up by itself because it's just one, and then as you scroll down, you can see how the book is going to be. The title page information ends there, and then we can see the first chapter is beginning on page 1, and then we see our book laid out in this way. So when everything is verified this way, then you can send it to us, and we'll print it for you. Next time on the Book Printer video, we will show you how to prepare your book's cover for printing.